Well, hello. Good morning, everyone. Oh, it looks like we're live. My lighting is a little bit better today. I think it's still a tad messed up, but that's okay. As long as you can see me and hear me okay, that's the key, right? So I'm going to get started in just a minute. We'll see. We've got some people coming on this morning, and it is actually 10:03. I just wanted to make sure I had everything hooked up correctly. If you're coming in through different channels, Google Plus, YouTube, my lead page, I just wanted to make sure everyone could tune in this morning. And I do have the chat running. There's also, evidently, I hooked up a chat for Facebook. And you can write in, if you have any questions or comments, you can certainly write them in on the chat on Facebook, and I will do my best to go through that at some point later on because I don't have access to it right here. I'm going to have to probably hook up another computer. I know I've seen other people do live events and they've got two computers going, and now I get it. I understand why. Okay, so welcome. This is day 2 of our daily Kickstart Your Day program. And it's a challenge. I kind of changed things around yesterday, and I wrote down for our events and in a lot of the emails I put out that this is a challenge. It is a challenge. We're challenging ourselves to get into a habit, a new habit, to attain our goals, our dreams, our vision. And it takes 21 days to create a habit. That's why I chose 21 days as this program, as this challenge. So I'm hoping for you guys, and let me tell you who I am. For those of you who don't know, I'm Kate Saxton, and many of you have accessed me on Facebook and my also my Facebook page, Ask Ms. Kate. If you haven't yet, and you're streaming in where you can see the buttons over here, please like the page because I put an awful lot of extra information and bonuses on the Ask Ms. Kate page. As well, there is a button below that says fill out your email address, sign up for our newsletter in which I'm going to give weekly tips, oftentimes daily tips, coupled with this 21-day program, this challenge. I'm doing 2 videos a day of power words. And words are power, aren't they? Now, when I studied back in school, I studied psychology, which led me into being a counselor for 13 years, but I also majored in English, or minored, I guess you'd call it, in English. So for me, words are extremely important, and for everybody. The ways in which we communicate, and that was one of the power words yesterday, ways in which we communicate with others, but especially ourselves, and the words we use, hold incredible power. And I had asked folks yesterday, and this will really segue into day 2 here, is how do you start out your day? When you first open your eyes, or even before you even open your eyes, what's running through your mind? What phrases, what words are going through your mind? Is it full of anticipation and excitement? Are you psyched for your day? It's Monday morning, it's Tuesday morning, I've got this to do, and I'm excited, I've got a lot of things going on in my new life. Or is it filled with dread and depression and gloom and doom, as I call it? If that's the case, a little exercise that I gave out yesterday when I was doing the power word communicate was to recognize and begin to change the words that you're saying to yourself, because we constantly have a communication, we constantly have a conversation going on with ourselves. And we want to make sure that that conversation is full of words that are positive in a fashion. They're positive as opposed to negatives. And yesterday as well, when I shared a little bit, I had said, when I lost my mortgage company, it was tough. You know, when you go through a loss in life, I don't care if it's a loss of a friendship, a relationship, maybe a divorce, a loss of a parent, somebody passes away. You go through stages, and these are predictable stages, but sometimes we get stuck in one of these stages, and one of them is depression. And to get stuck in depression is a difficult thing, and you really have to, I don't want to say scratch and crawl, but you really have to work at getting out of that. And one of the most positive ways to do that is to recognize how you're talking to yourself. How do you communicate with you? And I had said yesterday that if anyone came into my life and talked to me the way I was talking to myself when I was going through that difficult period, you know, low confidence, low self-esteem, not feeling good, am I ever going to be anything again, all that stuff, I would have kicked you out of my life. I wouldn't have allowed you to talk to me like that. But we talk to ourselves in that fashion. So just start to recognize when you first stir in the morning what's going through your mind, and think the opposite. Just think the exact opposite if it's negative in form. That will, before you even put your feet to the floor, that is going to really shift how you focus and how you feel about yourself in entering your day. And it will really put a positive spin into your day. So that's just one little tip. Back to today. This is day 2, and what we're talking about is really changing habits to create that dream, that lifestyle, that vision that so many of us have. And I deal a lot with people who work from home, home-based businesses, but also I know there's some folks tuning in who want to be singers, maybe actresses, maybe you want to play a musical instrument, whatever it is that you felt you had a passion for, a gift for, and you haven't been doing that. You haven't been exploring that. And you know you've got this inside of you. People tell you. People see that in you. Maybe you think about when you were a kid that you had a passion for singing. You had a passion for playing the piano or speaking a second language or helping people, no matter what it is. When you're creating your vision statement, you want to make sure that that statement, be it 5 sentences or 15 sentences, doesn't matter. You want to make sure you speak of that in the now, that it's happening right now. One of my mentors, one of the people that I look up to, Eckhart Tolle, Tolle, he's written a number of books, but he talks about the power of now, and that all we really have is right now. We don't have yesterday. And many of us get stuck in yesterdays, and I certainly did when I was going through the tough time, losing my mortgage company and losing my home, my dream home in Vero Beach. I got stuck in yesterday, and it was my story for years, frankly, and I was unable to go on in my life until I started to let go of the past, and I had to work at it. Now, I'm not saying this is not going to take some energy and some work. It will. But by kickstarting our days off in the right way, positively, by how we're speaking to ourselves, use positive words, and when you're writing your vision statement that you're going to be reading out loud to yourself in front of a mirror if you can, that statement needs to say phrases such as, I am a powerful communicator. I am a wildly successful coach. I am a wonderfully gifted singer. Say that in the now as if it's happening now, because again, in Eckhart Tolle's book, The Power of Now, talks about that's all we have is right now. We can't go way out into the future. It's why your vision statement, you don't want to have it be, I will be this, and I'm anticipating that, and I may, get this. I want to make $1 million in a year. Oh, I am making $1 million now. So use those power words. I call it, adjectives, adverbs, use a lot of color, because you want to make sure that you're touching all of your senses. Sense of hearing. I can hear my surroundings. I can hear people cheering, as I'm on stage talking about attaining your goals and your dreams. I can hear the crowd. I can see people, thousands of people clapping and raising their hands and happy. I can taste the taste of the different countries that I'm going to. The succulent, fresh fruits in South America, the wonderful foods in Italy and Greece and Spain. Wherever it is that you want to travel, we're talking about really, when you create your vision statement, you're creating a movie. You're creating your own movie. And just let yourself go. When you sit down and you create this and you're honing in on, making it not perfect, because it's never going to be perfect, but when you're really honing in on making this vision statement your own, think about that. You're creating your own life. You're creating your own movie in your mind, because we have to live it. Have you really thought about this dream life that you're thinking? Have you thought it out? What is your day going to look like? Or what does your day look like? What does it feel like when you're 30 pounds less weight, when you're walking or you're jogging or you're heading down to the beach? What does it feel like to not have that extra 30 pounds? What does it feel like to fit into size 10 jeans instead of size 18? What does it feel like to wear a medium-sized sweater instead of an extra large? What does it feel like when you're singing and recording your singing on YouTube? How does that feel to you? What are you hearing? Who are you surrounding yourself with? You've really got to get this clear and concise. And we've got 21 days together here. So I'm bringing this home on the second day because it is the most critical part of our journey together, is to have this vision statement clear. Okay? Have it clear. Touch the senses, the taste, the sight, the sound, the feel, the touch. And the most important piece of all this will start to come together around day 4, day 5, day 6. You're going to start to feel an energy inside. That's your spirit. You're going to start to touch that, and there's different things you can do on a daily basis to enhance that spiritual energy. And I'm going to talk about a few of those things right now. So let's just do a quick little warm-up. I want you to just stretch. If you haven't done so already, I jumped on our little trampoline just before I came on. I said, oh my gosh, I'm sweating now, and my heart's racing, and I'm out of breath. But you want to get invigorated for your day. Get yourself pumped up. I do every morning to get my mind awakened. I do a crossword, and not just a little scammy crossword. I do a difficult crossword every day to wake up my mind, to wake up my brain, and kickstart my day mentally. So what are you doing to kickstart your day mentally? Yesterday I asked you to write down some things that you can do, and it doesn't have to be, I'm not talking about hours of work here. We're talking about rituals. Ritual is a behavior we do day in and day out to back up a belief or a goal or a vision. So we want to have some very succinct rituals. Wake up your mind, wake up your body. Yesterday I walked in the morning for you guys, because I don't walk in the morning. I wanted to get my heart racing, my blood pumping, wake up the cells of our body. That's important as we head into our day. You know, we work from home, many of us, and I brag, it's a 30-step commute, right? It's 30 steps to get to my desk. Other people are sitting in traffic for 30 minutes or an hour. My neighbor last night was telling me when he lived in Jersey, And if he missed this commute by 10 minutes, he had to sit in traffic for almost 3 hours. We have a beauty of getting out and working in your pajamas at some point. I don't recommend that until you start to attain some of your goals. You want to dress for the day. Dress for the success of your day, right? Dress up. You'll get there where you can work out of your pajamas, but for now, if you're just starting out in this home business sector, or you're just starting out, you want to be a singer, dress like you want to be dressed when you're on stage or you're on video. Dress how you want to be seen in the world when you do a demo if you're looking to get into acting. Dress the part and you'll be the part. Okay? Dress the part and you'll be the part. And you'll be living your vision on a daily basis. So I wake up my mind with my crossword. With my body, yesterday I walked, today I took a shower. Shower is invigorating. Again, it gets the cells of your body going. It works the blood, gets you ready to face the day. Today I haven't done this yet, but I will. I meditate. And meditation can be a very simple act. It doesn't have to be necessarily, what we hooked into was Deepak and Oprah have this 21-day, like once every quarter or something, free meditation series. And it's very, I call Americanized. It's like eating, Mexican food, but it's Tex-Mex. It's not real Mexican because we Americans can't handle all that spice. But so it's an Americanized version of meditating, but it does the trick, and it's only about 20 minutes a day. And it's a way of balancing our body and our mind and really getting in touch with that spirit that I talked about. Now, several of you on here, I know for a fact that many of you, are Christians, are into God, traditional God, and that's great. That's wonderful that you have that to look up to. Many of you don't. Many of you don't. And I don't have the traditional, Jesus that I look up to, and that's okay for me. But what I do believe in a power outside of myself. And I've had to sort of look at it like team spirit. That's a power greater than me. If I'm on a baseball team, I can't play baseball by myself. I can't do this game of life by myself. I can't run a home business by myself. I have to incorporate other people, and meditating for me gets me in touch with an energy of the universe outside of me. And it's like that team spirit that you feel. You hit a home run, or you hit something, a ball and you get a triple or a double, and you feel invigorated and everybody's high-fiving you. Same thing in home business. Or if you're an actor or singer, whatever. You pick up on that energy outside of yourself, and that, to me, is spirituality. So what are you doing on a daily basis to connect to that? Some people pray, some people meditate. I choose to do meditation because it focuses my body and my mind, but also my spirit. If anybody would like a little bit more information, please either send me a message here on the text chat or through Facebook, and I'll get you some information on very simple, sort of Americanized meditations. Also, you're doing it right here, right now. Listen to a coach or a mentor, somebody who has been where you want to go. Somebody who's attained the vision or somewhat aligned with the vision that you have in life. Somebody who's got the power, the energy, the drive, the focus, who they align with your morals and your values in life. And we have so many to choose from. On YouTube, with our program, the Empower Network, we have this thing called the Inner Circle. And this program completely changed my life. Changed my life. Because I was able to connect and hear from people who had been homeless, seriously, homeless, who were able to plug into our simple blogging system. 2 of them actually created it. Plug into that, get online, and change their lives. And if my mind wasn't open, and if I was judging them because of where they had been, one was a former drug addict, one was a homeless gentleman, and who had long hair, long crazy hair, and he talks, he lives in Costa Rica in the mountains. If I was judging those guys for how they appeared, and I call it their wrappers, how they came wrapped and presented to me, if I judged them, I would have never joined. I would have never joined Empower Network, but I had an open mind, and I was able to connect with these gentlemen enough to get into this inner circle and learn from them. They're half my age. Oh, this guy's like a hippie, and I love that in him, actually. I was kind of a hippie in my day. I love where they come from, but I'm learning business from them. They're multimillionaires. And just by plugging in to the inner circle and focusing on their mentorship, modeling after what they're doing on a daily basis, I listen to them. So for you, plug into somebody, and it can be me, it can be somebody on YouTube. You can join our Empower Network. Right below me, there's a button to get into our program. $25 to get started with the blog. And I'm going to talk about that in a second. But for $25, you can plug into our system, and there's 8 steps, very similar to the steps I'm talking about. 8 steps to kickstart no matter what your business is, no matter what that vision is that you have for yourself, if you're in home business or if you want to sing and act and everything that I talked about, lose weight. This is a program that's very simple. 3 simple steps, 3, that can propel your business quickly to heights that you couldn't have imagined, but hopefully that you've dreamed. Hopefully you have imagined it. I take that back. Part of your vision statement. You can get those dreams, those goals met by plugging into this blogging system. So click on that right now. Don't think about it, just click on it, join, get the blog, plug into our system, and you could have a shift, a total shift like I had, taking me from being depressed and down in the dumps for years, going through my story of how the mortgage industry ruined me. The bubble, the mortgage bubble burst and blew up my business and took away my income and my dream home in Vero Beach, Florida. Yep, that was my story for a long time. And it took these 2 guys, former homeless guys, to get me out of that depression by listening to them, modeling after them. So you can do that as well. Click on that. Click on that, buy it, and then come back. Read. Number 5, read 20 to 30 minutes a day. This is going to help you gain knowledge that can impact the wisdom, impart wisdom from other people. I read all the time. I've got books all over it. This book, Psycho-Cybernetics, wonderful book. Another thing, changing my life. And I'll have a PDF list of books and programs as well that I can share with you as we go on. 7, take action on your goal, on your vision on a daily basis. If you're in a home business, you need to get out and say, I'm in business. I've got a product that nobody else has. Market yourself. Get out on social media. Get the word out. You're in a home business. Don't keep your business a secret. You know how many people I've known over the years as we've built our businesses in the home-based business sector that don't tell anyone that they're in business? Don't tell anyone that they have a product? Why be in business if you're not going to share it with the world? So get out there and share it. And last, give back. Give something back to the community. If it's doing something like this, learn, do, teach. Learn, do, teach. This is a lot of what we talk about in the Empower Network, in these programs, the Inner Circle, and they have other programs as well. It's all geared around personal development, developing our persons, developing who we are. And to get that vision, that dream that you so desire, that you have passion about, you want to be giving back as well. And oftentimes, you know, we talk about giving without expecting anything in return. Random acts of kindness. They call it that for a reason. Give to somebody without them even knowing it, and it'll fill you back up. When you're down in the dumps and you're feeling badly about your station in life or whatever, if you're in that depression state because you've had a loss, no matter what it is, a job, a business, a friend, family member, whatever, pet, get out of yourself by giving to somebody else. It will fill you back up, and that dark place inside will get replaced with positive, good energy. So give back to somebody else. Today, where I'm going to wrap it up, I went a little bit longer than anticipated, but sometimes, you know, I have a lot to say. I didn't even get into my real meat of my story today, so we're going to get into that tomorrow. Living the unlived life. Living the life that you've always wanted to live. That's what we're talking about here with our dream statements. So for today, take that dream statement, that vision statement, read it 10 times a day. I'm not talking 2, 3, 4, 10 times today. Read that vision statement if you can in front of the mirror. If you can and you've got a video hookup, record your vision statement. Say it with enthusiasm. And again, use adverbs, adjectives. What are those? That's taking an ordinary word, an action, and say, I ran this morning. No, I ran with invigoration. I ran with enthusiasm. I am running with enthusiasm. I am presenting my business in a wildly crazy way. So give yourself some colorful words. Read it 10 times today. 10 times. If you haven't already, click on the link, add yourself to the email list so you can get my daily, my weekly tips. The power words twice a day as a bonus will be forthwith and coming soon. For now, this is Kate Saxton. Thank you for tuning in today. Have a great day. Read your vision statement 10 times today. As one of my mentors, Grant Cardone, says, 10x it, baby. 10x it. And we'll see you tomorrow, 10 a.m. Have a great day, everyone.